Today we're going to be working on another SQL question. This is Leetcode question number 550 and gameplay analysis part 4. We have been given an activity table. This table has a player ID and a device ID and an event date and the games played. So you're going to be getting a player ID and which device he played on, right? And then we're gonna be saying that okay, the event date is there and how many games he played on that particular device. Over here the combination of player ID and the event ID is the primary key. Sorry, the combination of the player ID and the event date is the primary key. Write an SQL query that reports the fraction of player. It's a long one here. So basically what he is saying is like you need to return the fraction or the ratio of the players who logged in on the first day and consecutively on the second day, right? Basically, who logged in on their first day and the second day. And the denominator is the total number of players uh, who exist. So let's just read this one more time. So fraction of the players that logged in again on the day after the day they first logged in, rounded to 2 decimal places. In other words, we need to count the number of players that logged in for at least 2 consecutive days starting from their first login date. Then divide that number by the total number of players. So in this case, this player 1, he logged in on this one March 1st, and then he logged in on March 2nd, right? And this is the only person who did that, who actually logged in on 2 consecutive dates starting from their starting date. Okay, divided by the total number of players, that is 3. So 1 divided by 3, we're going to be returning 0.33. Again, the denominator is an easy part. We're going to be just selecting the count of distinct player IDs from this activity table. That's going to be the total number of players in here. Now, the numerator, where we're going to be looking into who logged in or how many of them logged in. So we need this table, and in front of this table, we're going to need another instance of this table, right? And on that, this is because we need to compare the event date so that we can see the instances of the consecutive dates. So that's what we are doing. We are taking activity as A and activity as B. We are joining it, and this is the outer, like the uh, this is the inner join. This is just the inner join, because if someone is not gonna be the regular join is the inner join actually. Yeah. So if someone is not gonna have it, we don't want to show that person in here. So we are joining it based on the player ID is equal to player ID. The player ID should match, and the other one is that the date difference of the B dot event date and the A dot event date should be equal to 1. So this is an inner join. Only who is gonna follow these constraints is gonna show up in the selection. We're gonna select the count, and again, where is like this is where joining, and where is that the event date, the A dot event date is actually equal to this one, because we don't wanna we wanna make sure that we are for that particular player. We are just selecting its minimum, like the date when he first played here. So we're gonna say that select the minimum of event date, right? And that is gonna be taken as A dot event date from activity where the player ID is equal to A dot player ID. So if you if you do that, you can actually get the only one is gonna be showing up, because that's the player ID uh, who actually logged in on the next day when he was first logged in. So that's the only player we have. So 1 over 3, and again, if null isn't there, to avoid any kind of uh, bad data, or if there is no data in there, we're going to be taking the value as 0. Also, the round is, we need to round it to 2 decimal places, and we're going to be returning it as fraction as the name of the column. That's all we wanted to cover in this video. Thanks for watching.